Question number 15, Cathy Peattie.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. To ask this Scottish Executive what consideration is given to the inclusion in the Climate Change Bill of measures to support the reduction of emissions through the reform of planning and building standards for new and existing domestic and non-domestic buildings to facilitate energy conservation and renewable generation, and through the creation of new incentives to make such improvements possible through grants and reductions in local taxation.
Minister.
Improving the energy efficiency of buildings and encouraging micro-generation where appropriate, whether through changes to planning, building standards, incentives or other measures, will be important ways to help meet the 80% emissions reduction target to be set by the Scottish Climate Change Bill. We are already making progress. For example, we have tripled support for community and micro-generation, bringing funding to £13.5 million for this year and the next 2 years. We have invested over £4 million in our interest-free revolving loan fund for small, medium enterprises to invest in energy efficiency technologies since its launch in 1999. Half of that investment has been made since the change of government. On 4th June, we launched the Energy Saving Scotland one-stop shop advice network, funded by the Scottish Government and managed by the Energy Saving Trust. On future legislation, we have consulted on proposals to grant permitted development rights to microgeneration equipment on domestic buildings, and we intend to bring forward an amendment to the General Permitted Development Order after the summer recess. We also intend to consult publicly in the coming months on energy efficiency measures in housing and non-domestic buildings. Should measures come forward which require primary legislation, the Climate Change Bill may provide a suitable vehicle.
Alec Johnston, briefly.
Can I ask the Minister whether there is likely to be any scope within...
Yes, Mr Johnson. The answer was so long I forgot there was still a supplementary to come. Cathy Peattie.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. Does the Minister agree with me that the first steps to dealing with climate change is convincing local people of the need to do so? Will we look at how the Climate Change Bill can address this? Furthermore, would improvement grants not be a good start to demonstrate the Scottish Government's commitment to taking the issues around climate change forward?
Minister.
I'll make this answer brief, Presiding Officer. I think local people and people individually are absolutely key to moving forward in this agenda, and I hope that we will be able to persuade as many as possible to respond to the needs of climate change.
Alec Johnston, briefly.
Can I ask the Minister what scope there is likely to be within the Climate Change Bill through emissions trading or other mechanisms to actually generate resource to underpin these objectives?
Minister.
Emissions trading is essentially something that operates at the margins. It is something that enables you to smooth the bumps and dips that there may be as we move forward in achieving on climate change. We are working with the UK Government and the European Union to ensure that we have appropriate trading regimes in place.